KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus reminds you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam, IP&E, Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous fresh garden bar, Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Coming up tonight on Primetime, challenges the DepCorp faces are brought to light during a budget hearing held downtown at the legislature. Plus, KUAM's Julia Santos gives you an exclusive tour of the new Guam Police Department's Central Precinct. And a handful of Guam senators are in Taiwan for a week-long trip. But who is footing the bill?
And good evening, Guam. I'm Chris Barnett. A significant manpower shortage, a rising inmate population, and old and inadequate facilities. Those are just three of the serious challenges facing the Department of Corrections that were highlighted during a budget hearing today. Our Nestor Lecanto reports.
An officer shortage, more and more prisoners, and an aging prison aren't new problems for DOC, but they seem to be getting worse. There are currently 690 inmates and detainees, 503 at the Mangilaw prison and 187 at the Agana detention facility, both woefully overcrowded and understaffed. For example, the adult correctional facility averages 22 to 25 officers for a shift that really demands 40 to run the housing units alone. Prison warden Colonel Alan Borja.
The bottom line is we're short.
Majorly?
Majorly. Yes, we dropped significantly in overtime, but it's because we went from 5 and 2 work schedule 12-hour shift to 4 and 3. So if you look at that, 4 and 3, that means we're spreading our officers out pretty thin.
Yeah, you're going to burn them out very soon.
Exactly, sir.
And that's not the way to do business.
The officer shortage is also impacting some very critical functions.
Our perimeter right now, and I'm going to say it's vulnerable. We don't have the staff to adequately manage that perimeter.
And the elite special operations unit that would handle such things as a prison riot, it's now had to stand down.
It's our dedicated unit to address any issues that may arise. But that's how grave our situation is.
Director of Corrections.
Samantha Brennan is asking for a budget of $24 million for the upcoming fiscal year, $2 million less than this year. Finance Chairman Joe San Augustine says it's not enough.
And I know that there's a ceiling that the governor requires you. Can you submit a supplement to your oversight that can, and to myself, so we can see how we can adjust the budget request you got?
Absolutely.
Because it's not fair.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
The Guam Police Department, in the meantime, is up on Friday to present its budget to the legislature, and it's just in time as GPD prepares to cut the ribbon on its new Central Precinct. Julia Santos gives us an exclusive tour.
Albert Santos has been designing buildings for GURA for almost 3 decades, and he says he's poured all his knowledge into designing the new Central Precinct for the Guam Police Department. He gave us a tour of the fortress-like facility, which has strategic entrances and exits, cipher-coded doors, bulletproof glass, and a sally port that will disappoint the media.
So this is something new we did, and I'm sure the media is not going to be happy. Only to protect the privacy. So when they bring in, arrestees or whatever, they come to this sally port. Okay. And so they have roll-up doors. So sorry, you guys can't be out there taking pictures.
As soon as the arrestee is brought through the doors, processing begins in the first room on the right. Then it's straight to the holding cell if they're being detained. Coded doors ensure that only authorized officers have access to these areas. Another new feature is the holding cells for juveniles, which is located directly across the bulletproof glass reception desk. Santos reiterates that it is a must that the adults are kept separate from the juveniles. Next, he shows us the office for the mountain bike unit and the fitness center so that all officers can stay on post, meaning the police officer standards and training fitness requirements. And there was still more to see.
This is where the officers now will do their reports, and they'll have the data and the communication line. They'll have their nice dining set here, and so they, a lot of them bring in their prepared food, but just in case they need to cook a little something. This is the commander's office, actually. I said, man, I've been building, but I don't have an office this big.
Santos showed us a few more administrative offices and a briefing room before the tour ended. He explains that a lot of research and coordination with GPD officials improving upon prior deficiencies to ensure that the new precinct's design maximizes the safety and security of the officers.
So everybody in the police force that had been involved in precinct saying this is the best so far.
Santos stresses it was teamwork that brought it all together. He commends the contractor who, despite not being able to hire H-2B workers, which put the cost of construction well above their estimates, hired a 100% local crew and should be finished in time for the ribbon cutting next Thursday. GURA Executive Director Ray Tapasnia says the next project is the new fire station.
We just recently reviewed the application submitted by the Guam Fire Department, and we're putting it through the public review process. HUD ultimately has to approve it, but the plan is, and one of the governor's priorities is to build that fire station, and it's going to be adjacent to this police precinct.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Julius Santos.
A tip is a tip, and a tip cannot be used by an employer as part of a server's pay. The Labor Department issued a reminder to companies today that all employees must be paid at least the $8.25 per hour minimum wage, and that tips can't be made a part of that. They are considered the sole property of the tipped employee. The notice further clarifies that a service charge also can't be considered part of the employee's hourly wage. However, employers can still choose to give them to workers on top of their hourly pay. Companies should declare service charges as part of their income and are subject to gross receipts tax. About 40 employees of the Guam Regional Medical City were laid off as part of the hospital's cost-cutting moves. GRMC brought in a chief restructuring officer earlier this year to review ways to streamline operations and procedures. In a statement, the hospital said it's reducing overhead and eliminating redundancies in order to lower costs and provide patients with more affordable health care. CEO and President Dr. Michael Cruz said the hospital will continue to make further improvements and restructure as necessary to ensure it remains sustainable and affordable. GRMC did not release details on which positions were cut and declined our request for an interview. For every $1 bill, the Guam Memorial Hospital is only able to collect 49 cents. This includes billing for Medicaid, Medicare, MIP, and third-party payers. According to an audit released by the Guam Office of the Public Auditor, the hospital does also continue to refer patients who owe them money to the AG's office in Rev and Tax. In fiscal year 2018, at least $1.5 million was collected. However, that's barely a dent in the $140 million actually owed overall in unpaid patient billings for that fiscal year. At the end of the day, the OPA says Guam Memorial Hospital is in constant need of GovGuam subsidy. They will find more artifacts and remains. That's what our State Historic Preservation Officer tells KUAM News about the discovery of 3 more sites with ancient Chamorro artifacts that will eventually be destroyed because of the military buildup. Here's more. State Historic Preservation Officer Linda Berdallo-Uggan says her office was notified of 3 more sites inadvertently discovered by the military in the last few weeks. 2 near the Magua area where the new Marine base will be located in Finagodzin, and another site near the live fire training range construction in Machinao. Documents KUAM obtained show the military itself said findings at these 3 new sites are very significant.
They even said so themselves. These are significant discoveries.
Uggan says this latest discovery is one of many the military has made during the construction of the Marine base and firing range. As we reported, the Marines bulldozed the ancient village of Magua, and laddie stones and lusungs from the site lay in the grass at Finagodzin.
Too much, too frequently, and it's quite disturbing.
Laddie period stone tools, earth ovens, ceramic pottery shatter, and shell artifacts. That's what was discovered at these 3 new sites, according to military documents. Uggan says more artifacts will be found as the build-up construction rolls along, and she says she's fed up, but there's no way to stop it.
As they move further up, they're going to find more, because that's where they're pulling up the tree stumps, and they're coming out with more artifacts. That's alarming. But can we stop that? I was told no, cannot, can't stop. Why? Well, because it's already in the works and it's already planned, you know. And the Admiral may not like me saying that.
Uggan says the military has already submitted a work plan to her office, and she says she'll visit the sites Thursday. But her plan to bring along Legislative Environment Chair Senator Sabina Perez and Land Committee Chair Senator Therese Terlahi was vetoed by military officials. And that has Senator Perez calling hypocrisy.
On one hand, they're promoting access for the public. On the other hand, they're denying access.
According to the 2011 programmatic agreement, the military must stop work in areas they find artifacts or remains in and perform what is called data recovery, which means any and all artifacts will be removed from sites, analyzed, and stored somewhere else so that build-up construction can continue.
After the work plan, they're going to go in there, further investigate, establish the boundary of the site, and then collect everything, and then wipe it off the face of the earth.
Meanwhile, Senator Perez is calling on the MAGA Haga to step in and lend a hand when it comes to holding the military accountable during the build-up process.
We're counting on the governor. She is our biggest voice in these decisions, and we're calling on her to really take this information and look at it from the perspective of our people.
News now from the nation's capital. House Armed Services Committee Chairperson Adam Smith today released his version of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2020. Specific to Guam, the measure contains appropriations for the following projects: bachelor enlisted quarters, EOD compound facilities, machine gun range, munitions storage igloos, and funding for the X-ray wharf refueling facility. The House Armed Services Committee is scheduled to consider the Chairman Smith's proposal Thursday, Guam time. Hey, stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world. Take stunning photos with a 123-degree field of vision. Use your phone to charge other wireless charging devices. Don't just stand out, stand apart.
What if you could drive your way to the most secluded beaches, energetic cities, or dramatic landscapes? Or eat your way to ancient civilizations, romantic hideaways, or the world's most hashtag destinations? Now you can. Earn double miles on gas and groceries with the all-new United Credit Card from First Hawaiian Bank and receive 30,000 bonus miles. Gas, groceries, getaway. Apply now at fhb.com/united.
Ah, the Netherlands, home of the Stroopwafel McFlurry from McDonald's. A mix of delicious vanilla soft serve and caramel waffle cookie pieces. But to get one, you'd have to sneak out of the office, dig out your luggage, wait for boarding group 12, figure out what that means, take a train, take a boat, take a bike, and finally order one. Or get to your neighborhood McDonald's now, because for a limited time, worldwide favorites are here. Around the World is now around the corner.
In the District Court of Guam, Jesse Anthony Cruz sentenced to a little over 5 years in prison and 4 years of supervised release. According to a second amended plea agreement in 2017, Cruz received a package that was sent to the district court that contained about 280 grams of meth. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute. Another individual has filed a lawsuit against the Capuchins. She is identified as MJR to protect her identity. She's an adult now, but when she was 13 to 14 years old, she was allegedly sexually molested and abused by now deceased Monsignor Jose Ada Leon Guerrero. The alleged abuse happening while she was part of a study club at the Catholic Church in Essen, where the Monsignor worked and lived upstairs. In one instance, MJR alleges that he convinced her to drink wine, which he called the blood of Christ. She alleges he then raped her. When she reported the incident to her guardian, she was scolded for making an accusation against a man of God who as such is not capable of such a vile act. She is seeking a jury trial and up to $5 million in damages. MJR is represented by the Lujan and Wolf law firm. 4 of your senators are spending their week in Taiwan. Speaker Tina Munia Barnes and Senators Kelly Marsh, Taitano, Clinton Ridgell, and Tello Taitagui leaving Sunday for Taiwan to build on the sister city relationship Guam has had with Taipei since 1973. While Legislative Executive Director Carlo Branch tells KUAM News no legislative funds were spent, KUAM News confirms the Taiwanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs paid for the travel and accommodations for most of the senators on the trip. Senator Marsh Taitano's office says the senator used her personal funds for the travel. Speaker Barnes says senators will explore recycling, sustainability, indigenous rights, and medical issues while on the trip. Senators slated to return back to Guam Friday. Guam ethics laws say no elected official shall receive any gift, including travel, worth over $200. Any gift over this amount must be disclosed to the Guam Ethics Commission by June 30th of every year, but the Ethics Commission has not been impaneled yet. In a statement, Speaker Barnes tells KUAM News, our islands share many similarities. How we can learn from their successes and emulate them on Guam is crucial for our island. The trip is part of a tradition, and senators in past legislatures have traveled on the Taiwanese government's dime, according to the Speaker's office. Legislation has been introduced that would allow victims of sexual assault to be able to terminate the parental rights of their rapists. Currently, Guam law only allows the termination of parental rights in cases of abandonment, neglect, or a parent's mental deficiency. Bill 162, introduced by Senator Mary Torres, would make it law so that a woman who is raped and has a child as a result can terminate that parent-child relationship if the father is found by clear and convincing evidence to have committed the sexual assault. Senator Torres says no woman should live in fear of her child being taken away by her attacker, and no victim should be forced to endure the trauma of seeing her assailant on a regular basis. Right now, there's no law from stopping that nightmare from happening, says the senator. She says her bill closes this legal loophole. A bill to provide an additional $150,000 to keep a child autism center operating is expected to sail through the legislative process. The initial seed money for the center is running out, and the funding will help cover operating costs for now. Advocates say without the center, families will again be forced to move off-island for care. Senator Teresa Lahi sponsored the measure at the request of the governor.
And we've heard so much testimony in this bill and other bills regarding the number of children on Guam that could really benefit from autism special services, and how we are really only reaching a few of them at this point, and those who are school age, but that we're our hopes, and we still share your hopes, and we're still offering you our support in any way possible to expand that.
The center is operated by the nonprofit group Hunter Speaks. Officials estimate it may take about 2 years before they can become completely self-funded through private health insurance billings. The supplemental appropriation will come from the Healthy Futures Fund. Ben and Yan's Mini Mart and Washland hit with thousands of dollars in fines from Guam EPA for illegally importing pesticides. According to Guam EPA documents, the agency was notified by Customs that 360 boxes of Baygon brand mosquito coils, 48 bottles of Zonrox bleach, and 120 bags of Albatross mothballs have been confiscated from importer Neil Espino. Espino owns Ben and Yan. The items confiscated are classified as pesticides and are not registered with US EPA, a violation of the Guam Pesticides Act and federal law requiring registration. GEPA staff spoke with Espino at the Ben and Yan restaurant, which is located in the same building as the Mini Mart in Washland, and Espino told agency reps he had imported the items several times before to be sold at his establishment. Espino was ordered to ship the illegal items back to the point of origin and provide documentation to GEPA or dispose of the items in a GEPA-approved facility. Espino was fined $6,750. With 300 vacancies to fill, the Guam Department of Education is inviting all stakeholders to attend the GDOE Job Fair for academic school year 2019-2020 Wednesday from 10 in the morning until 2 p.m. at Ukadu High School. Interested job seekers should bring a copy of their resume, police, and court clearances. Now, if you're readily available, as you will be able to submit your documents directly to the GDOE Human Resources Division, and if you're applying for a teaching position, which also includes counselors and librarians in elementary and high schools, you may be able to get interviewed on site. For more info about the job fair, you can contact the GDOE HR Division at 475-0496. For special accommodations, contact GDOE EEO Officer Ms. Margaret Cruz at 300-1612. The Guam Department of Education will be hosting stakeholder meetings over the summer in Derrida and Tamuning to talk about their plans for a central middle school. Now, last month, the Guam Education Board approved a resolution to ask for $10 million from the governor and the legislature to convert Chief Brody Memorial School into a central middle school. Legislation was introduced, but only for $4.7 million to cover the conversion. The remaining $5.3 million was for the construction of a gym. The first stakeholder meeting scheduled for June 20th at the Tamuning Community Center. The second one will be held on July 10th at the Derrida Senior Citizen Center. Both meetings begin at 6 p.m. Before we get to sports, the game just wrapped up over at the GFA National Training Center here in Harmon, and it was Team Macau over Bhutan with a final score of 5-0. It was Isaiah Lagutang who gave the Macau the 1-0 lead after scoring the first goal of the contest. Jason Cunliffe put the Macau up 2-0 minutes later, while Shane Malcolm landed the third goal. Cunliffe would add the final 2 goals. The match is part of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 and AFC Asian Cup 2023 Round 1 preliminary joint qualifier. Previously, Macau lost to Bhutan 1-0 in their match held in Bhutan. Make sure to check out highlights from the game on KUAM Sports tomorrow night. But for now, keep it here. Dave's got the rest of the day's sports up next.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
Agent Alpha.
What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it.
Agent Alpha.
In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha.
Yes!
When it comes to power and performance, nothing compares to Dodge. And right now at Cars Plus in Mighty, you can save thousands on many Dodge vehicles in stock during our Dodge Performance Days. Like a new 2019 Grand Caravan SE, save $4,250, or save $6,150 on a new Durango SXT. Looking for more power? Take home a new Charger SXT Plus today for only $37,689, or save over $7,000 on a new Challenger GT. Get more power and performance at Cars Plus in Mighty during Dodge Performance Days. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Nacho Fries Chasing Gold strikes all the right chords. Powerful, gripping, delicious, says the Hollywood Reporter. Critics can't get enough of Nacho Fries. And if you can't either, get Nacho Fries at Taco Bell today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We get the show started tonight from the FD Phoenix Center as middle school and high school athletes are hitting the court to sharpen up their basketball skills for the summer. Check it out. The second annual Summer Basketball Clinic, hosted by Coach Jimmy Yee, is in its second week over at the FD Phoenix Center and Jungle in Manilao. Middle and high school athletes, both male and female, are staying busy during the summer, putting in work, learning life, leadership, and success skills.
This past Friday, we had Enderwin colleges from Philippines, Kyle Guyton and Alshay Grape come visit here and talk to our kids. Just talk about Mindset College, what to expect. What if they could come back to this age and what would they do again? So they shared, man, it was great stories, share some struggles. And this coming Friday, I believe we have Destiny and Callie coming over to come and just chat with the guys here and just, again, share more information about getting to the next level.
The clinic is tailored for aspiring players looking to take their game to the next level. Coach Yee focuses on the total game skill and fundamental development.
So definitely conditioning and my shooting was really improved when I came to this camp last summer. So I wanted to come back just to improve it a little more, you know, see what I can do with it. going into my senior year, I know that tryouts for the basketball team, there's going to be a lot more guys coming out. So I just want to stay conditioned and be prepared and be ready for when tryouts come around.
Middle school ballers train from 8 to 10 in the morning, Monday through Friday. High schoolers are on the court from 10 to 12 in the afternoon.
We've been learning the basic fundamentals like ball handling, footwork, and like the importance of spacing and using every inch on the court. And I think it will help because Coach Jimmy is the high school academy coach, and I got used to how he coaches and how he helps others.
If you're still wanting to come by, yes, please come on by. We'll prorate the rate for you, not a problem. Instagram, the Y Impact, Facebook, you get a hold of me. Also Y Impact or Jimmy Yee, that's fine. Contact number is all there. Contact me any way possible, that's fine. And we also have July. If you're all filing right now, July session starts July 1st to the 26th, same times, all at Bishop Baumgartner Gymnasium.
Keeping with basketball news, congratulations to Ukadu basketball standout Del Bautista for signing his letter of intent to play ball for the UOG men's basketball team. Bautista will be receiving a partial tuition scholarship to UOG. Also signing with the Tritons men's basketball team is multi-sport athlete Harold Gerlin from Simon Sanchez High School. Harold was an All-Island selection alongside Bautista at this year's GSPN All-Star Game. Gerlin will also be receiving a partial tuition scholarship at the University of Guam.
Get Dad the perfect gift now. The Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus for as low as $38.50 per month when you join the Now program. Come in before Father's Day and receive a free JBL speaker and Galaxy earbuds. That's over $150 worth of free gifts on us. Happy Father's Day from Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Check out Triple J's spectacular deals going on now during the hot summer savings event. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Get into a Kia Sportage or Mazda CX-5 at only $21,995 or $168 per paycheck. The big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $229 per paycheck. Or the Honda Civic starting at only $166 per paycheck. Triple J says yes. Purchase your next vehicle online at triplejguam.com today. Triple J, customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Okay, everybody, let's say happy birthday to Vince Kinata, wishing you a wonderful and blessed birthday. Coming from your family and friends, we love you always. Also, happy birthday to Mary Jolene Regis Perez. Happy birthday to my one and only, the best daughter anyone could ever wish for, Huguaizahao, Mommy, the Boogers, and all that love you. And when you get love from Boogers, that's a great day. Happy birthday to Nene. Biba cumpleaños, our Nene. May all your wishes come true. Enjoy. Si Tata B, Nana, Mommy, Henry, Robert, Nino, Logan, Uncle Tony, Uncle Jason, Uncle Rufin, Uncle Pepe. God bless our only mini girl. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, happy birthday to Brogan McGuffey, who celebrates a birthday today and blew out the candles. We hope all of you and everyone all over the world had fantastic birthdays.
And remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date. Well, that's going to do it for us here on the KUAM News Desk, but stay tuned. Jason Solis next with Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world. Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Thanks so much, everybody, for sticking around with us right here on KUAM, and we're glad that you did because we have an information-packed show of health, home, and lifestyle. And right off the bat, we get information that you could use from my good friend Nurse Jen Artero, who's talking about avoiding caretaker burnout. Real important stuff. Check it out.
Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Half a day, I'm Nurse Jen, and it's time for your health check. Guam has a high proportion of elders with a diverse aging population, and we respond by opening our homes to care for our aging parents, ill-stricken spouse, or a disabled family member. The act of becoming a caregiver is both a burden and a blessing in our Pacific Island culture. According to the National Alliance for Caregiving, 65.7 million Americans currently act as a caregiver to a family member, and 36% of them are caring directly for an elderly parent. One of the biggest concerns with becoming a caregiver is burnout. Caregiver burnout is a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion caused by the prolonged and overwhelming stress associated with bathing them, feeding them, administering their medications, taking them to their doctor's appointments, lab draws, outpatient diagnostic procedures. The irony is that typically the caregiver, him or herself, aren't able to identify the beginning signs of caregiver burnout. Start looking at yourself to identify if you're experiencing difficulty sleeping, easily irritated, trouble concentrating, increased feelings of resent, drinking, smoking, or eating more. These are the telltale signs caregiver stress is occurring. Actual caregiver burnout symptoms begin with neglecting your own needs. Have you stopped going to the beauty salon? Stopped getting manicures? Are you increasingly impatient, accompanied with exhaustion? Do you have trouble relaxing or laughing at just any social setting? If you answered yes, yes, and again yes, then you may be experiencing caregiver burnout. And it's time to turn it around. Start by accepting help when help is offered. If a cousin, brother, or a friend offer to watch your family member while you run to the supermarket, hairdresser, or nail salon, say yes. As a full-time caregiver, leisure time may seem like an impossible luxury, but you owe it to yourself as well as to the person you're caring for. Consider joining a support group because you're not alone, maybe at the church or the community center. For more than 40 years, the Family Caregiver Alliance Association has supported and sustained the important work of adults who provide care to their adult loved ones. Subscribe to their FCA newsletter or join their online support group for caregivers. Consider hiring a part-time or an on-call holiday helper, maybe your adult son or adult daughter, a friend for maybe 1, 2, 3 hours, just to get away for a short period of time. Focus on things you can control. If bathing mom takes 2 hours every day, consider bathing mom every other day instead. And don't forget to celebrate the small victories. Life is precious, and it's because of you that your loved one is still around. Till next week, same place, same channel. I'm Jen Artero, registered nurse, reminding you, don't wreck yourself, health check yourself.
Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Please stay tuned. We will be right back after this.
Nacho Fries Chasing Gold strikes all the right chords. Powerful, gripping, delicious, says The Hollywood Reporter. Critics can't get enough of nacho fries. And if you can't either, get nacho fries at Taco Bell today.
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that and I've replaced them with the white fillings and I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. If you continue to stream us on Facebook or YouTube or watch us on KUAM TV8, thanks so much for joining us, because our friends at the Guam Territorial Band, an organization of which everybody on Guam is immensely proud of, they're going to Australia, and they need our help to get there and to represent, so they are having a Down Under Dash. And Mr. Guam Territorial Band himself, but he will certainly not admit to that because he's one of the most humble guys I know, Max Ronquillo. How's it, Max? Good to see you, man.
Jason. Thanks for having us, son. Yeah, can I start off by thanking KUAM for supporting the Tumon Bay Music Festival every year.
Speaking of humility and everything, it's our honor. That's always one of the best events.
I tell you, it touches so many lives, not only here in Guam, but the region. And we couldn't get the word out without KUAM, so thank you, KUAM.
Well, we've certainly got the easy part. And your talent, your passion, your drive to continue to bring music to the masses, and especially to showcase local talent and get people to really channel what they have inside them is second to none, unparalleled in this community. So, and by that merit, you guys are heading down under.
We are.
Okay.
We're heading down under.
Can I just make a semi-educated guess? Are you guys going to play at the Sydney Opera House?
We are.
Wow.
We are.
Top of the world. Actually, technically in the bottom hemisphere.
One of the nicest places to perform.
Yeah, and you've been there how many times now?
This probably will be my 5th time to go down.
I've only been to the Sydney Opera House to perform 5 times. NBD, no big deal. Okay, how many people in the Territorial Band, how many of them is this their return trip?
Not many, maybe 3. Maybe
Excellent.
3, yes.
So this is going to be the opportunity of a lifetime for many of
them. And there's 2 groups going. We got the Guam Territorial Band and a new youth orchestra, the Tumon Bay Youth Orchestra, which we started in September last year.
Okay.
So
many people on Guam, we're used to seeing organizations like yours play like at the Agana Shopping Center in the center court, or maybe over at EPAL in the amphitheater. Tell me what it's like to actually perform in that opera house.
In a concert hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what are the acoustics like? What's the feeling? And
they spend multi-millions to make the acoustics sound right. So you can imagine a pin drop, and if the house seats 3,500 people, there's no bad seat in the room. So just imagine that.
So from a musician standpoint, you really got to bring your A game when you come there.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely do. And you can be a true artist. You have, if you're in the food court or any of the shopping malls here, you have to compete with blenders or somebody making cappuccino or whatever, and we have none of that to compete with.
Zumba classes like off on the side, and that thing that nobody can describe what it is, like with the billiard balls falling.
That's what we've got here, and whether it be us, the musicians, or our dance groups, we make Guam proud when we go outside.
And we're incredibly proud of you, because you guys fly the flag over there. Literally, we've seen so many pictures. So what's the program going to be like, and what will you be performing?
Well, when we go to festivals, we need to be choosy on what. For me, I've got to match the music with the group I have in front of me, which is different every time, different every year, different every 6 months. So we've got to match that, and to do that at the highest caliber. So we'll do some what we call standard or required repertoire. we're a band, so we should play a march,
Mhm.
and then we should play something fun too. I mean, the judges aren't all serious all the time, so you know, they probably get tired of hearing slow, serious pieces for I don't know how many groups by the time we get to perform
How
for
many
them.
times have we heard
Yeah.
Sousa over the years, right? But
So,
so
yeah.
So are you putting like a little bit of a local spin on it, giving it some, you know, like original Guam flavor, or when you're being judged, do they actually measure you in terms of like, do you nail it?
Well, they don't have a requirement for certain pieces, but they judge what we play and how we play it.
Okay.
Yes. So
Excellent.
yes.
Okay, and of course you need our help to get there, and we, the community,
Absolutely.
are absolutely happy to do so. So what are we going to expect at the Down Under Dash?
Yeah, so our first ever Down Under Dash is on June 22nd, next Saturday, at Chamorro Village. And so, well, you're going to hear the band. The band will be there, but you also get a nice run. So you're starting at Chamorro Village and heading north towards Alupang and a turnaround. And it's a 2K, 5K. So for those that want to bring their strollers and their children, or maybe they want to run with their dog, or whatever the case may be, it's a fun event for the entire family. And
That's actually my favorite route for a 5K.
And you get to help us out to get down under, which is this time a little bit of a challenge.
Why is that?
Well, there used to be a direct flight to Australia from United. Now we have to go through other countries. So 5 years ago when we went through South Korea to 12-hour layover.
Ugh.
This time around we're going through Philippine Airlines, and we'll be in Manila for 10 hours.
Okay,
then
which is
heading-
crazy because Australia technically is the same time zone as us.
It is, and it's so sad we lost that route, but I guess it is what it is.
Oh, well, our friends at the airlines, no doubt, you guys are hopefully going to bring it back, and certainly the demand is there. So speaking of demand, is there anything else that you would be able to use of us to help you guys, perform at your best?
Well, come and help. Come and run with us. This is put together by Brandon Idolet. If you're a runner in Guam, you know Brandon. He's one of the top finishers in his division all the time.
And if you pay attention to the weather, you know Brandon.
And yes, he's one of the twins that does the weather. And this is really his baby, and he's on his way back from his home leave, so he'll be arriving tonight. So I'm here in his stead to push the 5K, 2K, 5K. So we want to thank Philippine Airlines for providing us the grand prize, which is a round-trip ticket, and so many in the community that have helped out. And we still could use more prizes. So if your business wants to donate a prize, we can surely use that kind of help for the runners that finish, something for them to win at the end of it.
Excellent. Okay, and real quick before we go, where can people register if they want to sign up today?
Goodies Sporting Goods, you can call us. You can call Brandon. Brandon's at 777-2241. Our website, guamband.org. And you could reach us that way, or any of the members. Any of the members have bibs, so you could reach us there. And then Goodies Sporting Goods is our main outlet, so you could definitely go to Goodies and get the bibs there.
Okay, well, Max, you were introducing generations of Guamanians to the power of music and sharing island pride with another part of the world. So thank you. We congratulate you, and good luck down under.
Thank you so much, Jason.
All right.
Take
and
care.
I know, follow these guys on social media, too, because they put all of their stuff there, and you want to cheer them on. You want to give them as many hearts as possible when they are representing us in another country. So stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world